Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having an amazing day. This is Paul Hutchings coming to you with another episode of The Good Parts. I'm on episode 122. So I'm excited about that, staying consistent with this thing. It's been a lot of fun to get to know people and see all the great comments. And I like also how it's stretching me to do something new consistently. It's really, really beneficial. So I would highly encourage you, if you're not doing something live consistently, I would encourage you to do that. One of my early mentors, actually, this is random tangent from the topic today, but one of my early mentors used to really harp on how important it was to do something live at least once a week, was what he used to teach. At least once a week, do something live. It'll stretch you, it'll challenge you, it'll help you develop better rapport and relationships with people that you're endeavoring to, to lead and to serve. So I want to give that call to action right at the start. What do leaders do? Leaders invite people to do things that are good for them and their future. So, hey, Nick, good to see you. He says, yeah, from West Virginia. I appreciate the energy. If you guys are tuning in live, comment below. Let me know who you are. If you're catching the replay, comment below. Let me know who you are. Would love to hear from you and shout you out. So yeah, I'm going to get right to the point of the live today, the main point, which is a new magic word for your unlimited future. I picked this word up in a book I was reading this morning. What's up, Bryce from Reno, Nevada? Good to see you. Hopefully you're bringing me some of that Vegas, Nevada luck today. I know Reno's not Vegas, but hey, good vibes there. Janine, good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope your thing went well. We were sending you some prayers the other day. I don't remember why, but we were doing it nonetheless. So hopefully you felt our love and concern for you. Minister Christian's here live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peter Tinsley says, boy, am I excited. Good to see you, Peter. Thanks for bringing the heat today. Caroline says, replay. I think you're actually on the live, Caroline. So thanks for being here live. Bryce says, Reno is Vegas's ashtray. Oh my gosh. That's a metaphor to maybe not encourage me to go to Reno in the future. Thanks, Bryce. Ashley says, hey, excited for the topic. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Ashley. And shout out to Ashley on her great progress. Ashley told me today that she has been consistently working out and been on her fitness routine since, I think she said June or May, June, July, August, September. Yes, for like 5-6 months straight, she's been developing this new discipline. And it's so cool to see her doing that. So keep up the good work, Ashley. You're so inspiring. David Haynes, long time no see, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Hope things are well in your world. Amy Star Allen. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Janine says, yes, sir, doctor's appointment. Okay, cool. Well, hope it went well. Thank you for your prayers. You're welcome. Delroy from across the pond. Hello. Good to see you. And Caroline says, ha, 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 ha. Oh, no, replay live. Right, live. We are live together. How cool is that? What great energy comes from lives. And Ashley says, thanks for the encouragement. You're so welcome. All right. So here's the thing. My wife bought me this book yesterday in the thrift store, which is really the main place that I buy books and have done for a long time. And she called me from the thrift store yesterday and said, hey, I got this book. Does this sound like something you'd read? And the topic, she got me 2 books, but one of them was the 5 a.m. Club. And I said, yeah, I'd read that. I'd be interested to see what's in it. So she got me the book this morning, 5 a.m. I was up with the 5 a.m. Club on my desk, getting ready for the day. And so I started reading through the first part of this book. And I picked up one powerful word. Jesse Jenkins, hey, good to see you. Great service on the call this morning. If you guys missed that, a great mastermind today. You can visit growrichmastermind.com and catch the replay. But Jesse did a great job today. Thanks so much for your service. So anyway, I read, I think maybe 25 pages or so, and there was one new word that I learned. I'd never heard this word before, but I love the freaking word. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to share it with you today. But before I share this word, I want to share with you a couple other just cool lessons that I've picked up that are 100% related to this word. So the first one is from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. One of the things that he writes in that book is that for most of us, a really good thing to do when we're starting on a journey of success and prosperity and freedom would be to open a dictionary and go to the P section and find, actually the I section, and find the word impossible and take a pair of scissors and cut that word right out of the dictionary. So he says we should not think things are impossible. And most of the time, generally speaking, the general public, when someone comes across their path and says, hey, did you know you can disconnect your time from your money? Did you know that you can be free? Did you know that you can grow an income as large as you want to grow it? Did you know that you can be of great service and value to people? Did you know you can make a real difference in people's lives? A common phrase is, no, that's impossible. Maybe possible for that person, maybe possible for you, but me, nope, that's impossible. Little old me couldn't do that. And Napoleon Hill says, just cut out that word impossible. So that's the first one. The second one, I was at an event a number of years ago. Actually, it was a conference call. So I was in this company, and we used to have conference calls every Monday night for this company. And there was a lady, a friend of mine, that was training on the conference call one night. And she said something that I've always remembered. And here's what she said. And I think she picked it up maybe from Anthony Robbins. But here was the phrase: possible in the world, possible for me. Possible in the world, possible for me. And I think that's a great thing to just consider, that if it's possible for someone else, maybe it's possible for me too. If someone else has done something great, I wonder what they did. Did they learn something? Did they engage in a discipline? Did they do something that maybe I might be able to adopt or model? And if I can adopt or model the thinking patterns and the action patterns of this person who did this thing, maybe what they achieved is possible for me too. It's a great phrase: possible in the world, possible for me. And so cut out the word impossible. Possible in the world, possible for me leads me all up to this word that I want to share with you today that was in this book. And here's the word: possibilitarian. Possibilitarian. I'm a possibilitarian. I want to encourage you to be a possibilitarian. What is a possibilitarian? A possibilitarian is just someone that looks off into the future and looks at people, and rather than making a judgment, because that's what saying it's impossible is doing, is it's literally making a judgment. We as human beings like to judge things because it gives us certainty. And so, but here's something to think about. Is it really even possible to look off in your future and say that's impossible? Is that real? Because if you think about it, even like my futures, I think about everything that's lying off into my future. There are so many factors at play that, positive factors that can come in and make a shift and cause something different to happen, that, it's really impossible for me to be 100% profit over everything that's going to happen in my future. So maybe in a lot of cases, it might be better to say all things are possible to them that believe. There's a great line from the Bible. In our community, we adopted a phrase a while back: all we see are possibilities. That's such a great thing to do. And when you think about what's possible, I think allowing yourself the space to be open to the possibilities is a really key initial lever that you can pull on yourself to open up, stepping into stronger faith and having a deeper faith about the goals that you have. You first have to say it's possible. So being a possibilitarian just is someone who looks off into the future and says all things are possible. I don't know everything. So-and-so doesn't know everything. So if I don't know everything and they don't know everything, maybe anything is possible for me and my future. And another great application of this being a possibilitarian, I think, is in the area of believing in people. It's really easy to look at people and wherever they're at in their current state and to form judgments and to form conclusions. We might be around someone that maybe has a limited vocabulary, or maybe looks a certain way, or maybe lives in a certain living environment. And our human reaction is to kind of say I don't know if they could do it. I don't know. They've got a long ways to go before they could, But if you can look at people and you can say, I'm not God, I don't know everything, and you can say, maybe people can get better, maybe people can learn things, maybe people can improve their communication, maybe people can be disciplined, maybe people can grow over time, maybe it's possible, maybe all things are possible for this person. And rather than me being a judge over that person, I just say, I believe all things are possible for you, and I'll do my best to serve you and help you in whatever way that I can, and see how reality unfolds. It's kind of like an experiment you're engaging in, where you're like, I'm a possibilitarian, and that means that all things are possible, and I'm going to engage in this experiment of having an open-minded, unlimited future, and then I'm going to ask myself, what are things I can do in my experiment to hopefully have a positive impact on the good things happening, rather than the things that are not so good. So I like this word, possibilitarian. I wanted to pass along. I hope it's of value to you. And I want to encourage you to be a possibilitarian with me. And I think we can make our own lives and the lives of others, and maybe even our futures, so much more open and expansive and abundant and good if we allow the possibilities to lay out before us. So anyway, that's my message. Short one for today. If you got value from this and want more from me, I do these episodes every day, Monday through Friday. So I'd love to encourage you to subscribe to me on social media if you want to. Or you can subscribe to my email list, paulhutchings.net/GIFTS. You can pick up a free gift on that page. One of my main missions in life is to help as many people as I can disconnect their time from their money, so they are free to do the things that they want to do the things that make them happy, to do the things that help them grow and add value and contribute to the world, to do the things that make them feel alive, rather than suppressed by whatever circumstances that sometimes seem to suppress us. And so if you believe that is possible for you, more residual income, more goodness, and you're open to the possibility of maybe even finding a new, exciting business today that can be a catalyst for your better future, I would love to encourage you to pay close attention to the third button on that page that says grow residual income, and take a look at the business model that we are creating together to see what's possible in the world when we have good intentions for each other and do the best we can to make a positive difference in the world. So with that, I'm going to jump to the comments and see what all of you amazing, wonderful possibilitarians are saying today. Bryce Tomlinson says, I love getting books or really anything at thrift stores or eBay when it's harder to find. Awesome. Knuckle bump, my brother, fellow frugalitarian. Why pay $30 for a book when you can get it for 50 cents and it has, the same information in it? Minister Christian says, I love being in the 5 a.m. club. Me too, brother. Me too. Gregory Napier says, I love the thrift store. I found some great deals there. Awesome. Knuckle bump to you. Nick says, impossible equals I'm possible. Yep. I like that. Dave Anderson, #live. Hey, thanks for dropping me a comment, Dave. I appreciate that very much. Delroy says, cut out that word, impossible. Yes, great thing to do. Dave says, hello. Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Dave. Rob Daniel says, I'm possible should be taught from 3, underlined and reminded from age 3 and reminded each day. Underlined and reminded each day. I agree. I mean, isn't it true that anything is possible within reason? Like later on in one of Napoleon Hill's later books, he adds that caveat, within reason. Probably not going to jump off a building with no parachute or wings and expect to fly. Although, who knows? Yes, I wouldn't want anyone to do that experiment. Delray says, from impossible to I'm possible. I like that. Veronique says, hello, Veronique. All we see are possibilities. I really, really love that phrase. All we see are possibilities. Nick says, I get most of my suit jackets from the thrift store. You get a brand name that normally costs $300 or $400 for $9.99, and then $20 for dry cleaning. Nick is popping those tags at the thrift store. I love it. What do you wear suits for, Nick? I'm curious. I rarely ever wear a suit these days, and I kind of like it. I kind of like wearing my Freedom Crusaders t-shirt, Janine says, exactly, we aren't the judge. So true. Delroy says, POOR, passing over opportunities repetitively. Wow, I love that. Delroy, thank you for adding that acronym. Delroy is always doing such a great job at adding value to my live. So thank you for that. I appreciate the one you gave me for system. Save yourself, save yourself unnecessary stress, time, and money, energy, something like that. I forget. You'll have to post it below again so I can memorize it. Passing over opportunities repetitively. Bryce says, I've said for the last 13 years that if someone says that it's not possible or that thing just won't work, the burden of proof is on them. Yep. And you know what? They'll prove it. If they say it's impossible, they will probably prove that. So yeah, I appreciate that comment. Sean says anything is possible. I agree. Ashley says, I'm with you on this. Possibilitarians unite. Awesome. Thanks, Ashley. Rob lets me know he's live. Thanks, Rob. Caroline says, when I was little, I didn't even have my own bicycle, and now I have my own car. So for me, I believe a lot is possible. Wow, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Caroline. And Bryce says, John's sitting there in the boat watching Jesus walk on water, and Peter's like, hold my beer. It's like, wait, what? That's not possible. Am I dreaming? Dave says, amazing live. Thank you so much. I appreciate the positive feedback, Dave, very much. Nick says, church. Oh, you wear a suit to church. Okay, cool. Awesome. Jim Rohn says, according to Christian, Jim Rohn says it's all about our philosophy. Yes. The greatest determining factor in your life is your philosophy. How we set our sails. Yep. Amen to that. And Jesse says, believe in others and allow the universe to build the belief into them. Ooh, I love that. Thank you, Jesse. And people will surprise you. I've been in direct sales, home-based business now for almost 2 decades. And one of the things that I've noticed is that sometimes the people who talk the biggest game and show the longest resume and try to give you every indication that they're going to be a superstar, they're the ones, I mean, not always, but generally speaking, they're the ones that maybe don't turn out to be superstars. And the ones that turn out to be superstars are not those people. They're the ones that, you may, before you learned about non-judgment, you may have had a tendency to judge. And it's one of my favorite things about building a business like this is to see where people start. And if they're willing to stay in the game, and if they're willing to work on themselves, and if they're willing to have discipline, to literally see them unfolding right before your very eyes. It's one of the most beautiful things to behold, to see the way they show up change, to see their confidence, improve, to see more smiles on their faces, to see better words falling from their lips. And I can give you examples that are in my brain right now of people that I have around me right now that are 100% like that. And so we can grow, we're human beings. And one of the things that I believe and have believed for a long time, I was actually at an event one time, and the speaker was practicing the art of suggestion, from stage. And the speaker said, it's possible that all of you tonight are going to go back to your hotel room and you're going to have a dream about your life purpose. And that was one of the suggestions that he planted in the audience. And so I went back to my hotel room. It was late, 1 o'clock in the morning, went to sleep. And when I woke up, I didn't remember a dream, but I had a phrase floating in my brain when I woke up. And the phrase was, your mission is to help people believe that they have better things waiting for them in their futures. They have better things waiting for them in their futures. And I thought about that a lot over the years. Like, is it really true that we all have better things waiting for us in our futures? And one of the conclusions that I've come to, because I like to be a logical thinker, and I like positivity and dreaming and possibilities, but I also value truth, and I value never like overhyping something or saying things that aren't true. So I thought a lot about this phrase, we all have better things waiting for us in our futures. And where I landed was, I do believe that's true. And I do believe it's true because of 2 things. At any point in time, any one of us can learn something new. And at any point in time, any one of us can choose to do something different. And if we can learn better things and we can do better things, in my mind, that is like the formula for we all have better things waiting for us in our futures. If we'll consistently learn better things and consistently improve our actions, how could we not have better things waiting for us in our futures? So, random side note, Delroy gives us the system acronym: save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Thank you for that, Delroy. Robert says hello. Good to see you, Robert. Nick says I'm a realist and not an idealist. Yeah, I like to. I think I'm both. I try to be both. Like be an idealist, but also be somewhat based in reality. A great quote from Elon Musk that I like is he said, "I'd rather be an optimist and wrong than a pessimist and right." So you don't want to be so grounded in reality that you know all the reasons why things don't work and all the negative things. That's not going to have a very good effect on you. But if you're optimistic, that does have a good effect on you. Like, you'll feel good, you'll feel excited, you'll be happy. And even if some of those things that were wrong in your assumptions, your state of being will probably be better, than had you had more facts and you were more of a realist. Anyway, Delroy says the day you were born and the day you find out your purpose. Yep. So true. Peter says, do the next right thing. Yes. The next right thing, It's a stairwell. What's the next step? We don't have to climb the whole stairwell today. We just have to know what the next step is and take that step. Nick says, love that quote from Elon. David says, possibilitarian, committed to your dreams. You're welcome, David. And Delroy says, you're welcome. And thank you for the value you share. It is my pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. It's easier to do lives consistently, when someone's here, and someone's commenting and someone's giving you some good feedback. So I appreciate you guys so much. Caroline says that's a good one. Gio says your reality is based on what you believe to be true. It is, and what's real to you? What's real to you? If something never makes it into your awareness, is it real? Even if it exists in the world? Like, yes and no, because if you're not aware of it, it's not real to you. And I think this is one of the reasons that I personally know that I need to do a better job of what I allow into my consciousness via the news and social media. Because if I make myself aware of all the problems in the world, great quote about the news. The news's goal is to make every problem in the world your problem. And if your mind is filled with every problem in the world, that's not a great state to move forward in the most powerful way. And we can control that, by shutting off its access to our awareness as much as we can. Jesse says, yes, Paul, that's it. Something will just trigger that huge change in them. Amen. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to close it out. Thanks again, everyone. It's been a fun live today. Hope you get out there, take action, go for your dreams, and, be a possibilitarian. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care and bye for now.